environment possible to try to set the stage for you guys to be successful in any capacity, whether, and hopefully Mr. Harrison will articulate sort of the same argument that I always make with you, is to find out what you love, what you're good at, work hard at it, be respectful to others, educate yourself so that you can give yourself a fighting chance to be successful in this very competitive society that we live in. And it's not just the Valley in Connecticut, it's not Bridgeport, it's not Connecticut, it's not Ansonia, it's not Shelton, it's not the Northeast, it's the world now that you're competing with. So, that being said, I'm going to give it up. I have Mr. Aaron Hairston here. We just worked out before this event, so we're both very pumped up. And, I'm going to let him explain sort of his history. We just met today, but he's a motivational speaker. He travels all over Connecticut and probably around the world. So, that being said, I'm going to give it up, Mr. Hairston.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. Oh, no, that wasn't good enough. Good morning, everybody. That's good. So, hopefully we don't get too much feedback here. Yeah. So, as Mr. Lowe said, my name is Aaron Hairston. I'm originally from New London. And I was born and raised in New London, graduated from New London High School in 1995, went on to play football at Southern Connecticut State University. Had a couple, rocky injuries that kind of held me back from some of the big schools, and I had to make a decision. So that decision was, am I going to continue to play football, or am I going to leverage this vehicle to get more out of life? So I did that. I focused on my studies. I became a computer engineer. Was playing minor league football and decided that I wanted to go to the next level. I wanted to be paid as a football player, and I didn't care how much it cost, right? I didn't care. I didn't care what it was going to take, but I wanted to be paid to play football. So, make a long story short, I went down to Florida, and we were playing in a national championship. I had 465 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns, won the game, MVP of the game, and the gentleman from the stands comes down and says, "Who are you?" And I said, "My name's Aaron Hairston." He goes, No. Who are you and why are you here? Because you played as if you were in the NFL and these guys were in high school. And I said, you know what? I love the game of football, and I'm out here being the best I could possibly be because I love the game and I want a shot. He goes, well, let me make a phone call for you. I said, really? He goes, yeah, let me make a phone call for you and, see what I can do. I didn't think much of it, but I'm very, very thankful for everything I have in life. So I said, all right, definitely. It was a Friday night. We hung out. We were in Florida. Monday morning, I get a phone call from Kevin Gilbride. Now, by raising hands, how many people know who Kevin Gilbride is? Wow. Okay. Well, he's the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants. And Kevin Gilbride says, hey, Mr. Harrison, I heard you had a heck of a game this weekend. Tell me about it. And I told him about it. And he goes, we're going to give you a shot. And I said, excuse me? He goes, we're going to give you a shot. But this is what I need you to do. The draft is in August, and it's January. I need you to play some arena football. Do you think you can make a team? And I said, absolutely. Give me the shot. So I show up at the tryout, and surrounded by 22-year-olds. And here I am, 35 years old. Okay? 35 years old. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I can ball with the best of them. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to win my spot. So, 2 weeks, 5 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a day, working out, training, practicing. I get to the round table, all the coaches are around me. The head coach goes, I got good news and bad news. Which you want first? And I'm going to tell you, I was the most nervous person you could possibly see because you know what? All I was surrounded by all these individuals that had just graduated college. All these individuals that were on TV, NC State, Florida State, Michigan State, Ohio State. I mean, these guys just pedigree, ready to rock and roll. And I said, give me the bad news first. Because at least that way I can walk out here with a smile with some good news. He goes, well, the bad news news is I don't have number 49. I have 27. Is that okay? And I tell you what, I broke out in tears because, one, I was going to be paid to play football. I was going to be paid to do something that I absolutely love and adore. And I was willing to work hard for it. So, 5th week into the season, I blow my knee out. I get hit from a cornerback coming in. I'm on a sweep. The guy hits me. He breaks his collarbone. I shatter my knee. Opportunity's over. Kevin Gilbride calls me up and says, Harrison, I heard what happened. I'm sorry, but we no longer can follow through with our obligations of bringing you into the New York Giants. God bless. So it was a hard moment, as many times in life are, but the woman in my life, she kept me strong. Now, she was my best friend. I met her in college. And it was awesome because she didn't allow me to sit on my butt and feel bad for myself. So 9 months later, I recover and go back on the field. Played another season. And I had a heck of a time. And I made a decision that I was never going to let anything stop me in being successful in my life. Because if I can make it through an injury like that, where I remember the moment of a crowd of 25,000 people where you can hear a pin drop, and I can't move my leg. And all the opportunity that I thought was going to happen, that I worked so hard for, was taken away just like that. Just like that. Now, I could have made a choice. I could have said, you know what, woe is me, and I'm going to feel sorry for myself. I'm not going to continue to push, because what's the point? What's the point? But I made a decision. I said, you know what? I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen. Actually, I'm going to let this strengthen me. Just like my wife did. So I share that story with you because many of you are made at that crossroads, right? Life at home may be a little struggle. Life in school may be a little struggle. Friends, family. Right? May not understand you and your entrepreneurial spirits and what you want to do, what you feel you're worth to the world, or your level of contribution. What do you want to give to the world? What do you want to change in the world? I'm going to be real with you. Life, it literally is a game that you choose whether you want to win or lose. That's it. You adjust, you readjust. And you make it happen. You do. Not somebody else, you do. Because you got to wake up in the morning. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, how am I going to show up today? How am I going to show up? Am I going to play 100%? Or am I just going to get by? Just enough so I don't fail, or just enough so I don't end up in detention? Just enough. Right? So, I'm here to not only just motivate you, but I'm here to just share with you some of my life's challenges, some of my life's obstacles that I've overcome that made me the man I am today. So I have 2 children. I have a 6-year-old and a 19-month-old. Now the 19-month-old is going to be my ball player. He's going to be my football player. And my 6-year-old, you know, he's an awesome kid. He's very analytical. He analyzes everything. He's very strategic in everything he does. He's one of those puzzle guys, right? He'll sit there and he'll break down something to a T and figure it out. And he won't move forward until he finishes it. My other one will jump off the back of the couch and figure it out later. Even though he's only about 1.5 feet tall. So I'm a family man, and I realized that my family is counting on me. It's counting on me to not only be the best man, but also the best role model that I possibly can be. So, by raise of hands, okay, I'm going to ask a few people to share. Because I always like to start off with gratitude. Gratitude is really something that's going to fuel you through life, and it's going to get you through some of those hard times. So, by raise of hands, how many here want to start their own business? Awesome. How many people here want to make a difference in the world? Fantastic. Raise those hands high now. High, high, high. Who wants to make a difference in the world? Nice. There's more hands in there. More hands in there. All right, so I'm going to go around here. I want to share because I like to get interactive with the crowd that I'm speaking to because I wanted to make it make sense. So, who at this table wants to make a difference? All right. What's your name, sir? Right on. So, Adam, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? Now, if you can, hold on. Respect your teammate here, okay? Your classmate here. So, Adam, if you had a magic wand, okay? You know what? Come here. Come here a little bit. Get away from that little feedback. So I want everybody to hear you clearly. If you had a magic wand, okay, and money and time didn't matter, and you could make that difference, just in a few words, what would it be? Money and time doesn't matter. What difference would you want to make? And you can just do it right now. Adam, you said that you want to make a difference, right? Just be complete candid here. All right. What difference do you want to make? World peace. World peace. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Who else wants to share? There we go. Come here, brother. I love it. What's your name, sir? Zach. I know, Zach. So what difference? Now time and money doesn't matter at all, right? You have an abundance of it, tons of it, right? You get to step out of this building, you can go make a difference. What would be the first thing you do?
First thing I would do, I would just write a whole new rule book on business. What I would do is just start my own business. If I could be successful, I would write a whole new rule book on business.
Wow, that's powerful. A whole new rule book. Zachary, thank you for that. I love that. So, I tell you, I love Zachary's spirit because he got up out of his seat. He was so excited to share that with you today. So excited. That was his moment. So what I want to encourage each and every one of you is to show up the same way. Show up the same way every single day. Because you know what? I guarantee you right now that his day is going to change. All day he's going to think about the rules that he's going to change business. Because he believes that it can be better. It can be better. And, as we go through the challenges and the obstacles in life that may be just so, it may be just so overwhelming and stressful that you may feel that there is no way out. You may feel that your back is against the wall. But you know what's going to get you through it? Is your why, your feeling, your emotion, that energy that Zachary just shared. And Adam, for that matter, because right now, Adam's thinking right now, what could I have said? What could I have said? And he'll say it to himself later, and he's going to show up. So, I'm really excited to be here today because, Emmett O'Brien actually is my brother-in-law's alma mater, right? He graduated from here. And when I told him I was going to come to this school, he wanted me to share his story. So, he graduated here, and he went into carpentry. How many of you guys are in carpentry? Right on. So Robert decided that when he got out of school, he wasn't going to work for anybody. He wasn't going to work for anybody. And his parents thought he was crazy. And I've been with my wife for 20 years. Her brother is the gentleman I'm talking about. And I've watched him grow up. And over the last 20 years, I watched him literally take his carpentry business, his cabinet making business, to the moon. He's now building cabinets and kitchens for people in Greenwich, New Canaan, multi-million-dollar kitchens. And you know what? Every single cabinet he hand makes. He uses a CNC machine, he does it, but he only uses it for the intricate works and the mass production of it, but then he actually goes in and does everything by hand. You know, I absolutely adore this young man because you know what? He made it through it and he didn't stop because his parents didn't believe in it. He didn't stop because he wasn't making money. He didn't stop because, you know, some people just didn't follow through with going ahead and having him do the work. He didn't stop. And now he has more work to do than he even thought he would ever have. So now he's selecting and hand-picking projects. So if he can do it from this school, as I'm sure many people have done it from this school, and I see you got some great construction going on here, so I see that the school is growing so that you can grow. So that you can continue to be the best version of you. And, you know, these stories, I hope that you just internalize and start thinking about it. Where am I at in my life right now? What struggles am I dealing with? Right? Who am I supporting casts? Who are the people in my life that continue to push me to be better when times are tough? Who are those people? Because those are the people you want to surround yourself by. And who are your top 5? Right? I've changed my group a few times. Matter of fact, maybe 10 times. Because if you are the most successful person in that group, you need to change. You need to change because the people around you can only bring you down. Right? If you are the most successful person in your group, you got to move on. Not saying that you got to disown them and say, you know what, I'm not going to see you ever again. But you need to say, I need to move on, right? And say, I'm going to be better because I'm going to change the group that I associate myself with. Okay? And that goes in your trade, right? Find somebody that's doing exactly what you want to do and attach arms to them. Tell them, I want to know everything you know. As soon as you leave school today, I want you to look up and find somebody that's in your trade and show up at their door. And just ask them. I would love to volunteer. I would just love to spend an hour or 2 hours a week just being your shadow. Because I've seen you grow a business with this. I've seen that you've been through some challenges and some things that you had to go through and you may have want to quit, but you didn't. I want to know what it takes for me to believe in that. Now, this next piece is, I think, the most important piece of all of today. And I like to have a lot of fun, but this piece is the most important piece. Gratitude, okay? Gratitude is the most important thing that you can possibly do in life. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing that you do, not pick up your phone, not pick up your tablet, your iPad, right? Just take a moment, take a deep breath, and think of 3 to 5 things that you're thankful for. I will guarantee you that your day will be a lot different. And if you go to sleep at night, the last thing you do is make a list of things that you are thankful for. I guarantee you will sleep better. And you will wake up in a new light. Because a lot of times in life, we'll focus on more of what we don't want than what we do want. Or what we're thankful for. And that's when we get hung up. There's been a lot of times in my life that, you know what, I could easily just focus on, oh man, I got this going on, oh man, I got this going on, oh, I got to deal with that, and got to deal with this. You know what? And what did that do? All that's doing is distracting and wasting time when I could be thinking about what I do want and what I do have. And how am I going to show up? So, how many of you wake up every morning and say, I'm thankful for ... How many people? Raise your hand. I love it. I need to get this share back here because you know what? That is huge. That is so huge. Because you did that, or because you're doing that, I'm sure that things are a little different for you. Do you mind sharing? Yeah. What What's your first name? Nikita. Hi, I'm Aaron. Nikita, would you mind sharing a few things that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my brother most of all, and I don't know, just all the people in my life. And everything I have. I mean, I'm thankful for the clothes I have on my back, because I know a lot of people get everything handed to them, and you want to know what? I'm not that type of person. I've had to pay for my clothes since 6th grade. You know, I don't get everything handed to me in life, and you know, people don't appreciate the things they have in life. And I know I see people smirking and laughing, but I know it's true.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Joe, you want to share? Wait, Joe, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my family, all my friends, God, of course, basketball, golf, and all you guys.
Awesome. Who else wants to share some gratitude? Gratitude? I'll pick somebody, don't worry about that.
Well, I'm just thankful for the abilities I have, the God bless me with them. Blessful, they're grateful for everything I have. I'm just grateful for everything I have and everything I'm able to do with my hands and feet. Just God, I'm just here.
Yeah, thank you, Ernie. Awesome. Anybody else want to share some gratitude? Yeah, here we go. Thank you.
I'm thankful for everyone I'm here. I'm thankful for my family, my pet.
Hold on. First thing, let's make this really clear, all right? When you have a classmate, all right, or a member of your school sharing something, do them that respect and listen to them. It's so important. Because you may miss something. You may miss something that he says, or some body language that he displays, right? You may not see what exactly you need to see. There may not be the words that come out of his mouth. So be present, all right? Do us that favor, just be present. Do yourself that favor to be present. Because the only thing that matters is right now. Right now. All right? Go ahead, Joe.
I'm thankful for everyone in this room. I'm thankful for my family, my pets, and I'm thankful for everything I've been able to do for this school.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Zach?
I would like to say, I am so proud of the school, how far I've come. Even my friends, they have all taught me a lot here about friendship and life. But what I'm really most thankful for is Grammy. My grandmother, she's gonna be giving, not a lot of cars are given to the relatives, but this will truly be. So, I am just so thankful for Grammy for giving me my Jeep Grand Cherokee.
I love it. One more share. Who else wants to share? Hold on, let me get one more. You know, I'm going to do 2 shares.
I'm thankful for my country. I'm thankful for the rights and the freedoms I have. I'm thankful for my mother and everything that she does for me. She pushes me to my limits. I'm thankful for everything. Thank you.
Awesome. One more share. Up front here.
I'm thankful for my mom and everything she's given up to raise me, my brother and my sister. Thankful for the people here that push me to be a better me, and the teachers that yell at me, keep me on track. Mr. Grabber.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, you know, as you listen to each one of your classmates just share what they're thankful for, you know, you may just start thinking about what it is that you're thankful for. What it is that, you know, you're just so happy that you have in your life. Because you can really just put your foot in that and hold that as your foundation as you go on and beyond, you know, the life that you are going to live. See, and I'm gonna touch on being present, because you know what? I never script anything, and neither should you. You should take every moment and take it in internally. And you guys bring up a good point. Being present. Being present and what that means. Because there was a point in my life that I was thinking about everything that I used to do or should have done, and thinking about all the things that I have to do in the future. And what I was missing was what was right here. Right? What is right here? What is right here for me to receive? Okay? And being present is a challenge, because for a lot of people, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's a lot to deal with sometimes. Right? Because, there may be challenges, either physically, financially, academically, environmentally, spiritually. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, and if you take a moment to just think about it, it might just drive you nuts. But here's the cool thing about it. Once again, you have two choices. You can say, am I going to let this fuel me? And say, you know what, I get to have all these things. I get to. Or am I going to look at it and say, why me? One or two things. Okay? And life is just like a grinding stone. Just like Les Brown says, whether how you position your blade is going to sharpen you or pummel you. That's life. All day long. Choices. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? Right? So being present is really the most important thing aside from gratitude. Because right now, all that matters is that we're sitting in the cafeteria here in Ansonia, Connecticut, and we're learning from each other. We're growing from each other. We're being present with each other. We're here. Right? I mean, it's never going to be June 2nd at 10:10 again. It's not going to happen. June 2nd, 10:10 is not going to happen. Ever again. So you have to remember how important it is to be present. Okay? So you got gratitude, you got being present. The next part is communication. All right? Now, for those who want to own their own business, this may be really the most important thing for you in your venture of going out. How are you going to sell yourself? How are you going to sell your service? And why does your service exist? Right? Or how are you going to show up at class? How are you going to show up at class? And how are you going to communicate to your friends and to your teacher, to the educator that's standing in front of the room that's giving you their all? How are you going to communicate? Because the level of communication that you have, whether it be body language, whether it be, verbally, all right, should be strategic. Because you are the brand. You are the brand.